Hey, what's up, guys? This is Racing Rev, and welcome to this time for a podcast with another one of our guests. And this time it is going to be Mr. Ankit Roy 45.
Welcome. Thank you for inviting me to this podcast. I mean, this is my first time doing a podcast, so it would be crazy. I was really very excited. Thank you, Racing Ray, for inviting me to this. So, in this podcast, as Racing Ray introduced, um, we're gonna be discussing about the 2026 Formula One, predictions and what can possibly happen after the very exciting, to be honest, championship ending of 2025. To be honest, um,
2025 season was kind of exciting. Like me being a Lewis fan, then switching to Max fan
yeah,
and rooting for him for the final end of the season.
yeah. I mean, Max was like people's champion. I mean, he was the driver of the year. But in terms of racing, the year was okay. But in terms of championship finishing, it was really crazy. It just 2 points. It just went to 2 points. That is so close. I mean, look at so many races and just ending with 2 points. That is incredible, to be honest.
Yeah, like Max said, it's 2 point. It's either 2 points or whatever. You are pregnant or not pregnant. You are not half pregnant.
Yeah. That's yeah.
Verifies all these metaphors, but yeah,
Max is really
yes,
up
so
with the jokes. I mean, it's really
yeah, yeah,
that is crazy. So before starting, I mean, we
yeah,
should
so,
first discuss about maybe the 2026 regulations, right?
yeah. That's what I was gonna say. So the 2026 regulation changes, big changes. We like the FIA took the mom jokes from us before even it started.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, so many
Yes,
big changes after 2014 was the engine regulation. Then 2022 comes the the aero part, the ground effect era, and now we
yeah,
have the major what should we call this? It is also a kind of a
both.
both. Yeah,
It's
both.
both
It's both.
engine and aero.
Yeah, I mean RIP DRS, even though it's technically still DRS. I mean, it just have a front
It's
wing
still
DRS and
DRS
a back
and
DRS.
a race. Yeah,
Yes,
it's just if I are complicating things with X mode and Z mode and whatnot from the start of
so
the
many.
season,
Yeah,
then overtake mode, then manual override. They have simplified it now, but I don't think they needed to change the name of the DRS. It could have
yeah. I mean,
stayed DRS
it's it's
just
it's
for
so
both ways.
iconic. I mean, it's so iconic. I think so. The DRS name is so iconic. You have so many crazy like DRS things is this
I mean,
crazy. Like
it is doing the same thing as DRS, right? Drag reduction
yeah,
system.
same
The
thing.
activator is also reducing the drag.
Hmm.
So,
The same thing.
yeah.
It's a
Also,
front wing DRS and a rear wing DRS. That's the thing. I mean, they could have called it DRS as well, but maybe new DRS or something.
yeah.
New things.
And then the elephant in the room, the engine, the 50-50
Mhm.
split of
Yeah,
it's
electrical
more
power.
like more in the favor of the ICE, but still it's
Hmm.
50-50 with the engine and battery. They're
Bigger
still
battery.
staying the
Yeah.
1.6 liter V6.
It's 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 quite good, but the downforce also gets reduced, and but they also reduce the drag,
Yes.
so it's gonna be a balance. But I think the cars would be slower than the earlier season. But when the front wing
I mean, the
regulations yeah, front wing regulation changed, back in 2019 people said complicated front wings were creating more downforce, but 2019 came, the front wing was more simplified. They said like it gonna be slower cars, so cars would, but still remember Max, Lewis, they still broke the world record with these cars, which is so called slower than earlier seasons. So anything can
yeah,
happen, to
like
be honest.
ground effect cars were said to be slower than the the what was it, the W11, but still
Yeah.
the 2025 car still broke a few records, right?
Yeah, that was I was
So the
saying.
2026 cars,
Hmm.
yeah, as like in Formula E, in the Gen 1 or Gen 2 cars, I guess they had to switch between two cars, right?
Yeah, one
So
battery
as
couldn't
battery
last the
power,
whole race.
yeah.
Yes.
So so as battery technology improved, now the Gen 4 cars look very good, and
Hmm.
they have probably have more acceleration and power than the Formula One cars. And so I think Formula One will also get there in 2 3 years. Like they
Yeah,
will
yeah,
be closer to the 2025 era cars. Mm.
for sure, for
So
sure. I
yeah,
mean,
it's just about time.
as everyone is improving, they are also developing as the technology develops. So I think everything would go faster, not like slower. Even though the regulations make it look slower, but it still be faster, I think so. I mean, look at McLaren and Red Bull, like 2025. They were pretty quick, to be honest. Like overall lap record, they're setting lap records, which people thought it would never be broken when Kimi Raikkonen in 2018, I think so. He made the record for the Monza, the pole position. Then Lewis broke it, and now Max broke it. Can you think? Like supposed to be 2018 car, supposed to be the fastest, but everything turned. So yeah, that is the thing. I think the MGUH component, which is to turn the heat energy into electrical energy, is removed. I think to remove complications. I think so, right?
Yes. Yes, the MGU-H is
Mm.
removed and the
And
MGU-K
MGUK.
is,
Um, so yeah, cars are also like a little bit narrower. I think so. Yeah, narrower. So Monaco would be a bit exciting. I think so than earlier. I mean, Monaco is
how
still
much narrow
is
is it?
not much, not much,
Yeah,
little
like
bit.
10 centimeters or 15 centimeters.
Yeah, yeah.
How big of
It's
a
in
difference will that make?
it's in millimeter, not it's really it's
Yeah,
like 100
centimeter.
millimeters. Like
It's in, yes, 100 millimeters. So I
that's
don't know.
really.
People glazing that as smaller cars, how much small? And it is getting 30 kilos lighter. I mean, like,
Mm.
yes, 30 kilos is a lot, but the Formula One cars are still over 700 kilos.
Yeah,
So
I mean
that's there. Uh,
it's not a very big difference, but in terms of close racing,
but at least
yeah, it
we are
was
getting, at least we are getting the difference. At least we are getting it. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And with the 99% green, what is it?
Sustainable.
Reusable
Yes,
fuels,
yeah, sustainable
sustainable
fuel.
fuels. Yes.
What they are
Yeah.
making
So
like biodegradable waste and something like that. They are making it from. So that's a good thing.
yeah, that's a good thing because normal, like normal hybrid engines,
Mhm.
road car hybrid engines can also take inspirations from them, and that's why the FIA, the plan for this by the FIA was because so that new manufacturers can come in and like benefit from the technologies developed in Formula One. Like we see Audi coming in, Cadillac coming in,
Yeah, for sure, for
and
sure. I think in past also like many road cars got the inspiration from Formula One, like that active suspension and stuff. Like all of the like modern cars have that system, but those all inspired from the Formula One. So technology always finds a way, right? Always finds a way.
yeah, yeah. So that is the plan
Mm.
for FIA to bring in more manufacturers and mostly bring in more money and fans. That is
Yeah, money.
the FIA. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so that's pretty much rounds up the regulations and stuff. Like that's all I think. I will get left with anything. No, I think that's all right. That's
Yeah,
all for
that's all.
the.
And
That's
now
all.
it is just names of the different
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
That is
Different boost
what you
mode,
call boost
override
mode.
mode. Yeah, yeah. So a lot of stuff. Like we have to get some time to get habituated with this when the racing,
Yes,
get starts. Earlier when in 2010 and 2011, people used to call the ERS thing. Used to call it KERS, like KERS,
yes,
kinetic energy. That ERS. No, but the term slowly changed into ERS. So yeah, people slowly get used to it and discover new
yeah.
ways to say
I
that.
think
Right.
yeah, new fans will have a little bit problem because if you didn't know, joined Formula One, like became a fan of Formula One and started regularly watching it after the 23 season ended. So I guess that is good thing for me because I didn't want one driver to win every race to see. So it was good
Uh,
timing for me to join Formula One.
I mean, you started with a great season. I mean, 2024 was in terms of the season, the racing and stuff. It was crazy. I mean, look at the so many drivers on. Charles Leclerc on his home GP. That is crazy. Ferrari fighting. Then you
Yeah.
have George Russell showing up. Lewis Hamilton showing up out of nowhere. George Russell
After 2 years,
disqualifying.
after
Yeah, George Russell
yeah,
disqualifying in Spa. That is crazy. The winning driver got disqualified. Wow, that is so crazy. Max fighting. Max giving it all for the championship. Lando Norris emerging out of nowhere. Oscar Piastri also showing up, and Sergio Perez
yeah,
struggling.
McLaren just coming out of nowhere and Ferrari coming out of nowhere, giving us the Delulu hope.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah, so from the start I was Lewis fan, and when I came into the sport, the simple thing that is DRS, ERS,
Yeah,
and
yeah, that's,
just these two three things were easy for me to understand. And but let's say a new person who isn't really into based into this science stuff, doesn't really know about this, just watches a Formula One race, he will have a little bit difficulty understanding what is the active aero doing, what is like straight
yeah, it's
line
quite
mode and cornering mode,
yeah, it's quite
what
difficult
is
for them,
override.
right? Hmm. Because
Yeah,
newer
with all
fans
the different.
kind of aims for a little bit simplicity, to understand this sport because it's
Yeah,
already complex. It's already complex. Undercut, overcut, two stopping, one stopping, tire wear, marvel, so many crazy things already happening. So I think maybe more simplified names
yeah,
could be helpful for the newer fans because in India I think Formula One is growing crazy. I mean, we are having new Formula One creators making videos. I mean, it's skyrocketing. Also, thanks to fan code. To be honest, I mean, F1 TV subscription is quite expensive. To be honest, and fan code
yeah.
made it quite.
I don't use. Yes, I don't use fan code or F1. I mean F1 TV. I like to watch alongs. If you know what I'm saying, that is on YouTube. Many channels do that, and we get more
Um,
data and like a lot of data here, like lap times. What like
yes, yeah.
where is everyone on the track? Lap times, their sector times, what penalties are being given on that is not shown in the TV, and all the radio messages are shown. So I even if I had F1 subscription, I would rather watch alongs because uh, I am a fan of them. They give so much data. Like every lap, you can see the gap and lap time, which I don't think is continuously possible in F1 TV or fan code.
I mean, in F1 TV you can do
And
that, but you can't do that in one screen. I mean, watch alongs, present everything in one screen. So that's kind of helpful in some ways. But in F1 TV you can do it, but it's kind of difficult. You will need several devices for display and stuff
yeah,
because you can choose
so
a one
basically,
board
if
and
you
yeah,
are
yeah.
watching yeah, if you are watching for like fun and chilling out, then F1 TV is for you. But if you are like nerding out on stuff, then I would prefer watch alongs. And
Yeah,
like
yeah.
in 26, let's say we like now we don't have any indication for how much energy every car had in
Mm-hmm.
25. Let's say in 26, it's still not given to us. It would be kind of boring because we don't know how much battery like Lewis has or how much battery Max has, so that anyone is going for an over. It's not about Max or Lewis. Like the defending car and the overtaking car. If the
Yeah,
overtaking car has more energy or less, yeah.
a
So
more
the F1,
strategical view of what's going on, right? Because Formula One is at
yes,
the end of the day, it's really very strategical. So you, if you understand the
yeah,
strategies going on, it will be really exciting. Because only watching the racing could be little bit boring. But if you're really focusing also on what's going on behind the scenes, it would be really crazy. Like a team radios and stuff, you find that insight, spiciness little bit, and it's even more enjoying, right?
yeah, yeah. But I don't think that teams will allow. Like they will obviously protest because I don't want my data of the drivers, that how much energy my drivers has to be shown live broadcast so that other teams can also know it, right? So
you know
let's see
that
what happens to that.
you know that helmet cam, like the camera is fitted in the helmet, you can see the steering wheel and the steering wheel has every data, like that's I was also thinking, like when Formula introduced that helmet cam, they used to blur the steering wheel display.
Yes,
But
if you see any like in 2020, if you like any see helmet cam that the team like the team's own uh, social media handle is posting, they always blur the
yes,
steering
yeah,
wheel display. They always do that,
yeah,
but
in
it
the
is not
live they
possible in
can't.
live broadcast,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But
Yeah,
on the steering wheel display, you actually can see everything. What the driver sees, it's everything on the steering wheel display. So
yeah,
maybe some teams can be getting the advantage over that. So maybe that's why
yeah.
all not all teams actually prefer the helmet cam. Um, I don't think every team has that. Right?
No, I think it's mandatory, isn't it?
Is
Like
it?
having cameras in the helmet. Yeah, like where we can see cameras that are all mandatory. That is on the T-pod, that
Yeah,
is
yeah,
on
that
the
is
nose
those are
cone.
mandatory. But it's I think not all the drivers have the helmet cam. I think it is some special. Mm, I think so. Maybe special cases because you never see what Lewis Hamilton having a helmet cam. Is it there? But you see Charles Leclerc, Alonso all the time having the helmet cam. So I think some cameras are
It's a
compulsory
preference.
on the car. That is compulsory, but maybe on the helmet could be a difference. Maybe possible. I'm not sure about
Yeah,
that.
we might be wrong. So,
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah,
if the audience knows, please comment it down. I'll pin it.
yeah, yeah. Sure, sure. So now we
Now
are
let's get
rounding. Yeah,
to
yeah,
our.
yeah.
So now get to the prediction stuff.
Start
So
with the
we all know
teams.
Yeah,
Acha,
so
acha,
we all know
acha.
Mercedes and Red
Mhm,
Bull
mhm.
are now getting into the controversy of like not illegal but cool stuff with the engines. Again, Ferrari fans are going to suffer like me. So let's keep that apart. So it's regarding the compression ratio, right? So
Yes, yes.
if the compression ratio is like higher when you are racing and not like is 16 is to 1 in normal condition and 18 is to 1 in like racing circumstances, like how will it affect the reliability of these new engines?
That is a
That
thing.
is a question. And
Oh,
next, we all know Ferrari. Let's not talk about them because we have not heard anything about the Ferrari project, like no rumors, nothing. I guess there was one news that they are going with both suspensions are, I guess, push rod.
push
That
rod,
is the
yeah.
only clue we have. We have heard the Honda engines, and we have also heard the Mercedes engines. And
Alpine is also
I'm
switching to
kind of
Mercedes, right? Alpine is also switching
yeah,
to. They are
Alpine,
closing
yeah,
their
because
that engine division.
Renault is
Mhm,
pulling out of the power unit department.
mhm. No one is using it
Yeah,
anyways.
so
Only
yeah,
them.
like
Only.
look at Alpine, they are just down there. I guess Colapinto was the only driver to score no points in 2025.
Jack
Every
Doohan.
other
Jack
driver
Doohan
has
didn't get the
scored.
time to do that. Jack Doohan was just
Yeah,
pushed off. I mean, really unlucky
it's
with
all
him. I
luck.
mean, he was not that bad.
Yeah.
I mean, Lance Stroll is still on the grid.
No, I guess Lance Stroll did well in the 25 season.
I think
Like
I think
he is
Lance
getting
Stroll
a lot
is
of hate.
yeah, Lance Stroll is not a bad driver to be honest. I mean, that was a joke, but Lance Stroll is not a bad driver. I still will say, or not a bad guy
He
even.
is still
But
driving at the pinnacle of motorsport,
yeah,
right?
it's driving. But I think maybe it's time for switching drivers because maybe trying with new
Yeah,
talents
yeah.
maybe could be a possible little bit betterment of Aston Martin altogether, because Alonso is the only one actually bringing miracles things. I'm saying Aston Martin is a good team and they need a little bit of a miracle, I think so. Maybe they need a driver that can bring miracle. Lance Stroll is, I don't think he is doing that, right?
Yeah, he is like he's still in the pinnacle of motorsport. We can't doubt that. He still scores points. Like he has done some great job in the 25 season. He, I guess, has been like out in Q1 in like 90% of the races, but still has scored some good points. So that is like back of the grid, 2 points finishes every race pretty much.
And
And
remember, it
Alonso,
was 2022, I think so. Turkish GP. Lance Stroll out of nowhere gets a pole position. You've seen that race?
yeah,
That was crazy. Lance
yeah.
Stroll.
When a single when a single drop of rain hits the track, Lance Stroll either becomes Ayrton Senna or Nikita Mazepin. So yeah, like we saw in Brazil 24, he
Hmm.
like fumbled in the
Open
formation lap.
formation lab. He spun. I was watching it and like suddenly the camera zooms out to Aston Martin. And first I thought, is it like Alonso? But then it zooms out and it's Lance Stroll. Like really. lot
Yeah.
of lot of
So
messy stuff actually, a lot of damage also to the Aston Martin team, like silly mistakes, like it was 2024 Saudi Arabia, I think so. He clipped the inside wall and gone straight to the barrier. So
yeah,
silly mistakes, I think so. Even though Oliver Bearman, who is racing his first race in the Formula One, and he finished in the points. So rookie mistake from him, Lance Stroll. That's crazy, right?
yeah. I mean, like Oliver Bearman was in a faster car. The Ferrari SF24 was far better
Was
than the
actually, yeah, yeah.
SF25. We have to agree with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously Ferrari fumbled with SF25. I guess
As
the
they
like
always
the
do.
rear suspension. Next year is our year. Like
Yeah,
at the end of 2024,
the
at the end of
RCB,
24,
the
like
RCB concept in
they are
IPL,
RCB. Yeah,
the RCB concept next year, and suddenly they had their year. But when Ferrari will, that is a mystery. So we have 11 teams
yeah,
now. Last time we had 11 teams was 2016 with the Marussia Racing. I think MRT it was called, right? Then they went vanished. Then there was no 11th team, but now we have 11th team in the form of a super giant Cadillac. So let's
yes.
begin
So
with Cadillac. I
Cadillac.
think so. Let's begin with Cadillac. So I think
Yes.
many
So
many many
Cadillac.
many
Okay.
people many people may be thinking like Cadillac is choosing a boring lineup. It's useless. It's a new talent should be no. Cadillac is super smart. Look, both Perez and Bottas are the two of the greatest second drivers of their generation. You can't deny that, to be honest. Bottas in the Mercedes dominant era, Checo in the Red Bull dominant era. Both are best second drivers in their era. Who can be their driver? I mean, they have experience, they have knowledge, they have everything to input the team to make the team overall better. It's a good step for a long term development. So I think so. What's your opinion about that?
Yeah, my opinion on that, it's pretty the same. Like Bottas and Perez, they like in the 20, let's say, let's look at 21. Like, so Lewis and Max, they were dominating. They were 50 seconds ahead of their teammates, but still, Bottas and Perez know the culture, how things are done, and the processes that are done in top teams like that, at top
Mercedes and
teams,
Red Bull, yeah.
how things are done. Yeah,
Hmm.
Mercedes and Red Bull. So they are gonna bring both of their talents in, and since the team is new, they would not have that thing called ego. They are gonna listen to the drivers because the drivers know more than the team does.
For sure, for sure.
So I
Cadillac would be
think
a good team for taking inputs, and I think it's good for both the drivers also, because in their dominant era, in their respective teams, they I think lacked a lot of freedom. But in this new team, I think they will have more freedom of racing, and team dynamic, it will be more free, like you see in Williams also. More freedom in terms of what I mean, like in Red Bull, the second driver, there's a clear difference of a first driver and a second driver. It creates pressure between the teammates, right? But in a Cadillac, I think they will have a better freedom over, right?
yes, in Cadillac they would have better freedom, but there will be the problem. Like let's say the Cadillac team is performing good, and there won't be like P2 or 3 in the first season. They still will be like 15, 16, 17. But let's say there is a situation where there is a problem for like a possibility for scoring a point. Like they will go for it, but it will be difficult. Like if they do it in the Lando Norris Oscar Piastri way, uh, they did in 25. That
Yeah,
is
yeah.
with Papa rules or something.
They
That
messed up.
would be
They
difficult
messed up.
for a new team to do. Yeah,
Yeah.
like if it is said to Perez that you have to let Bottas go, he won't, and if Bottas is said to let go, he won't because they have done that in the past, and they are not there for doing that, right? They are
Yeah,
for
could
racing
be.
and for winning.
There could be a possibility that they don't do this. They don't do that this time, because they both would be thinking like, I'm the first driver here. I have enough been the second driver in our respective teams in the past. Now it's time to be the first driver. So that could be a big role playing here, to be honest.
Yeah, so that will be a little bit of a dilemma of like who
Yeah.
do you either
If
you choose to support one
Mhm.
driver or like treat both of them equally. and lose equally, right? If you are winning equally, you
Yeah,
have to lose equally too. Like with
they
McLaren in 25, we also what happens with
uh,
that.
they'll rather if you remember the 2009 season, okay, Jason Button was doing good, but Rubens Barrichello, when they realized that he's not having the good thing, he's being unlucky, technical problems, he started to doubt the team, and he's openly, presenting himself as the first driver. He's saying, team did a disappointing job, he's openly saying that to media. So in a new team like that, that dynamic very quickly changed actually. Like Rubens Barrichello did manage to get some good performance in the end of the season, but Rubens Barrichello also developed that ego that he's also a top driver, he can win a championship, and Jason Button was also doing that. So it just, even though that was a new team, it just played out really quickly. That team dynamic developed so quickly. So could be a possibility that happens to Cadillac also, right? Because Rubens Barrichello
Yeah.
was being treated as a second driver in the Michael Schumacher era, so he was not at all, you know, giving up. So there could be a possibility with Cadillac also, right?
Yeah. So where, like, how do you predict, like, in the championship standings, where will they finish?
I think they will not finish last, but I think it would be a comfortable P8. I think P8. Let me note it down so that we can
Okay.
have a
Yeah.
recap next season. So that would be crazy.
Yeah.
Uh,
I am also
so
doing that. Yes.
Cadillac.
So yeah,
Let me do it. Cadillac P9, I think so. Cadillac,
you are saying P9, right?
yes, I think Cadillac P9. Cadillac P9. Cadillac P9. Yeah. Cadillac P9. Okay.
Yes. So for if I had to guess, I would
Hmm.
like they would be a good team, but I like they are going for Ferrari engines, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I would predict that still they have a lot to learn and they will not score any points and they will be a dead last P11.
So your prediction Cadillac P11.
Yeah.
So
So now let's talk, I
let's
guess,
talk
about
about
another new
Audi.
team that we have,
Audi. Yes.
Audi. Yes.
Audi. So
Every
I
time
mean,
Audi,
it's a
let me
rebat.
tell a joke. Let me tell
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
joke.
Yeah, yeah,
Every time Audi will be behind another driver, the kerosene music should be played in the F1 broadcast, I would say.
yeah. Wash away the kerosene. I mean, that is like Audis song, like theme song, to be honest. Like every time
Yeah.
these songs play, like you just crash out, everything happens. Like that should be the radio
Yeah.
call
So,
also. Like you have that sound like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and now when Audi's radio call comes, it's like wash away the kerosene, like something like that happens.
Yes.
Uh,
Yeah. Obviously, F1 will not do it for copyright
no,
purposes.
no chance they are doing it. That means like that was a deadly crash, to be honest.
Yeah.
Definitely, they are not doing that. But we fan can absolutely enjoy doing that.
Yeah. Anytime Audi tries to do any terrorism activities like Mercedes, we can make edits on that.
Osama will Mercedes.
Yeah.
Uh,
So, what are your predictions for Audi?
I think new talent and old, experienced driver. So Nico Hulkenberg will definitely provide, information regarding, and also, in Cadillac they have new team personnels, right? But Audi will have that same personnel, right? It is just switching from the team members would be same, right? Who are working for Sauber, now they will be working for Audi. So they do have that experience part where Cadillac would lack. So I think they have a good chance of doing it, but I will rate Audi below Cadillac. I think it's P10. Let's see what happens.
You are saying it.
I'll rate it P10. And what
You are rating
is,
it P10, right?
yes, P10? And
Yeah.
what is your prediction?
Yes. So, according like Likewise, Audi is just switching names and not personal. And I Gabriel is, can you call him a rookie? He has done his full season in Formula One. He
Yeah,
knows
yeah,
a lot now.
yeah.
He
He's
is
not the rookie now.
experienced in a car,
Did a good job, to be honest.
and
Not bad. I mean, in terms of a rookie,
yeah,
he did a quite good job out of a car which is, pretty bad, to be honest. Not that
yes.
great.
And Nico Hulkenberg.
Mm,
What can I say about
amazing.
Nico Hulkenberg? He has been in the Formula One grid since 2013, I guess.
His first race was 2010. Bahrain, I
Okay,
think
so
so. He's
2010.
he's
So
spun in his opening race in Bahrain.
yeah, so how many regulation changes has he seen in his lifetime, isn't it?
Lot of Nico
So
Hulkenberg, and I had to do that. I don't know.
yeah, of course, Daniel Ricciardo will miss him in Formula One.
Pierre Gasly. And those are so iconic,
Uh,
man. I miss him. I miss him. He was really a fun guy, to be honest. If you see him, such a positive guy, always laughing, always you see his states. It's really good.
yeah, yeah. So that for me, Audi
Hmm.
will do a bit better, but Audi are going. Is Audi bringing in new engines, or are they going for Audi is bringing in new engines, right?
I think they are own engines, right? I forgot actually.
Yeah. So yeah. So
Hmm.
so yeah. I don't think they will do any better because you
Because of
see,
the
Formula
engine
One
thing, I
engines
think
are
so.
not easy to build, right? So
I mean, ask
Mercedes
Alpine.
has,
Ask Alpine about that.
yeah. So Renault tried and failed and just gave
Yeah.
up on it. So
Hmm.
I don't think they will be doing any better. So, but they still have the experience of the driver. So I will go on for a good P9 for them.
P9. Okay.
Yes. So
P9. So let's go to the next team, maybe Alpine. So Alpine is switching to a
yeah,
new engine supplier, Mercedes. So I think their engine department is quite bad. I mean, remember when Red Bull used to use Renault engines in 2018, the reliability issue was so bad that it made Daniel Ricciardo to leave Red Bull. I mean, they are terrible. They are terrible reliability issue. And also Fernando Alonso when he joined 2022 was also pretty bad in terms of reliability. The car was just dying all the time, just engine failures all the time. So in terms of reliability, Alpine engine was really bad. But I think Mercedes engine will bring better stability. It's quite a good reliable engine, to be honest. You very rarely see a Mercedes engine actually failing. So I think Alpine would perform good, to be honest. Would perform good, I think so. Um, Colapinto was an exceptional talent, but he kind of fumbled up, to be honest. Gasly just shown how great he is. I mean, he really outperformed the car everywhere. Um, so I pretty much think Alpine would do good, and I think they would do. Let's say, I think they will do P7. What do you think?
you are saying Alpine will do P7. So
P7, yes.
for me, again, drivers are great. Pierre Gasly, like, who got into Q3. Can you like imagine how good he did with the car he had?
See,
Lewis Hamilton
it's a
got
pink
out in
tractor.
Q1 in
It's a
the last
pink
three races.
it's a pink tractor.
Yeah, but it's still good. Like you, Gasly just got the car to places it never deserves to be in. So, but
That's true.
uh, Colapinto really fumbled it. I don't know what happened with that.
He was
Like
actually doing
he
so
showed
good
him
in Williams. I mean,
good
I
in,
thought he's like a
yeah,
this Max Verstappen caliber driver. I mean, he was performing so good. He was so quick. But I don't know what happens in
yes.
Alpine.
I don't like it might be just the car or the environment. Like Fabio Briatore has just given him like a lot of pressure. Probably we will see about that. But I don't think like if we see Red Bull, the if one driver does good, it is never good for the team, right? Both driver has to
Mm.
do good, even if it's not always point, but both drivers has to do good.
Yeah, for sure,
So
for sure.
and with the engine, probably the Mercedes engine, if it is reliable, we don't
Mm.
like in 2014 Mercedes engines were good, but there was no cost cap on the engines, right? They could put as much money as they could and fix things, but it's not for the 26 regulation.
Mm.
You have the same money for each team.
Yeah, yeah.
So Like if reliability is not an issue, the Mercedes engines with all the rumors and stuff will be good. And I guess they have a good aero package anyways, so they will probably do a good P7 too, I think.
Okay, so we are
So
both
I'll go with
leveling up with P7, both.
yeah,
I also said
yeah.
P7, P7. So we both are P7. Okay, so what should we go next?
Let's
Next team.
let's go to the sugar-free Red Bull.
Racing Bulls. Confusing with the names. Like they used to call it
Yeah,
Visa, RB, Cash App, RB Racing Bull. I mean, it's better than actually Kick Sauber, Kick Steak, or so much of
yeah.
sponsorship
So
names.
where if any country was, I guess gambling was banned, they would go with
Yeah,
Sauber,
there's a switch. There's
I
a
guess.
switch.
And
They used to switch with
where
Kick,
like
and Stake is a gambling
Sauber,
company, so
Steak.
they
Yeah,
can't promote it in some countries. So I used to switch with Kick because Kick is a streaming platform that is okay. Like it's like Twitch. I think so. So
yeah.
no issue with that.
So,
I,
keep and Steak. So yeah,
yeah, Stake.
the names like now they have a good name that is VCarb. So they
Yeah.
changed it in 24, right? Like they were Alpha Tauri, then Visa, Cash App, Racing
Yeah,
Bulls,
earlier they were
then
Toro Rosso. Then people
yes,
criticized
the
them for
Toro.
changing Alpha Tauri, but that was still okay. Then people went crazy. They just lost all hopes on team names. They just named the car
Yeah,
Visa Cash App RB. What kind of name is that? Like any people
yeah.
has a
It's
name like
just
that.
it's just
Sponsorship name.
it's just money, right? You are getting money from Visa and Cash App, both teams for title sponsorship. But now they have gone with VCarb. That is good. We
I
can
think the
call
people
them
also
with
call
the
it
short form.
Racing Bull now. So that is at
Yeah,
least better than
Racing
earlier.
Bulls.
Racing Bulls, yeah.
I mean, I call it the sugar-free Red Bull team.
Sugar
So
free, sugar free Red Bull. And they always like treat the
yes,
team as a second team. Like you see,
yeah,
Williams
it's
actually
just the second. I mean, it's the second.
second
Yeah,
like
you go.
you know Williams also they used to treat Williams as a second Mercedes team, but they surpassed Mercedes in some races, so they earned the respect. Williams earned the respect, but Racing Bull can never do that because it is mostly funded by the Red Bull parent company, right? So
Yes.
they can
So
they can.
I
I
mean,
wanted to see
all
like
companies have.
battle with the second team. Let's
Yeah,
fight with the
like
second
we can say that Williams is the second team of Mercedes, Haas is the second team of Ferrari, and Visa Cash App is the second team of Red Bull. Like
team.
there
Yeah,
are
yeah, yeah.
links, but engine supplier deals come with little bit of driver deals too. Like if this driver is good, I can take from you or something like
Yes,
that.
yes.
But yeah, that is there.
Engine
So
engine common engines. So
yeah,
we are having in what we call racing ball, right? We are having uh Indian sort of origin driver, not fully. I mean, he's not racing with the Indian flag or with the Limland Indian background driver, which is great. I mean, last time when an Indian was on a grid, he was who was it? Karun Chandak, right? Who was the last? Nan Karthikeyan. The last Indian
uh,
drivers got a terrible car to drive. I mean, wow, that car didn't have the money to even run. I mean, HRT
yeah.
was
So it was
crazy,
just,
broke car. So at
and
least
also
someone
we know what happened with. We also know what happened with Force India, right? With the Vijay Mallya controversy and all.
I still love the
So
team.
like
The team
F1,
was really good actually. I mean, one of the
like
best
that is
midfield
the
teams ever. I mean, no doubt, one of the best midfield teams.
Perez had his first win with that team, right? First ever win in Bahrain
No, that was
with a great comeback drive.
that was not like Force India was dead then. I mean, it was called Racing Point
Yeah, I
because
mean it was
it is still
Racing Point, yes, but
that DNA is still there. The people working for Force
yes,
India were in the team and still in Aston Martin. I mean, the same people, I think so, right? So it carries that
and
DNA. So I'm happy with that. It carries
yes,
that
and
DNA.
Perez helped survive that team, right? When it was in
He
that controversy with it, it helps selling it to Aston Martin. So yes, we
he
are
saved
getting
the
out of
team,
the
to be
point.
honest. In some ways, he saved the team also. To be honest, not gonna lie.
Yeah, Yeah,
So
no,
that
we are
was,
getting out of the point. We will talk
yeah,
about it
yeah,
when we are on to Aston Martin. Yeah, we
yeah.
were on VCAR.
Okay.
So Arvid
So
Lindblad and Liam
Liam
Lawson.
Lawson. Liam Lawson, to be honest, is very underrated, I think so. I mean, he went to Super Formula, won it there. I mean, he raced in DTM also and almost won it until like Kelvin van der Linde, what was his name? Kelvin van der Linde, I think so. Then shoved him off. I mean, he's really a great driver. It is a talented, and he raced on multiple series also. So in terms of that, Liam Lawson is a very good driver, but he didn't get the opportunity to show because remember when he got when Daniel Ricciardo broke his wrist, I think so. In Zandvoort, Liam Lawson
Yes,
came to replace him, and he just right away he was scoring points. I mean, it was bringing the car in a
yes,
good position. So I had no doubt that Liam Lawson would be a good driver. He is a good driver, but the confidence is shattered all over. So I think so. If he gets a
yeah.
good
That
stable car,
first two races. Yeah, the first two races with that, like it was like we have seen it with Perez, Liam Lawson, and Yuki Tsunoda. That car is just made for Max Verstappen. To be honest, no second driver can drive it. Right.
yes,
We
yes.
saw at the end of like coming at the end of 25 with Christian Horner leaving and what was his name? Who was the new team became the new
Lauren
team
Mekis,
principal of
Lauren Mekis,
yeah yes Mekis
Italian,
yes. So
and he's doing
he made a good decision with the car and like Red Bull went to the last final of the season with developing while developing the 2025 cars, right? So that is that the second car improved a little bit, but still like that second car was worse, and that confidence break at the start of the season, the first two races of the season, and you just get sacked of the like a dream team for any guy,
yes.
your confidence will break. But even if Hajar got his podium, Liam Lawson showed that why he is in that seat, and he deserves to be there,
He also performed
and he
pretty
has
good, to
scored
be
great.
honest, pretty good. But
Yes,
if we talk about Isaac Hadjar, exceptional talent. I mean, all the rookies like Antonelli, Bortoleto, Isaac Hadjar, Duhan didn't get the time or chance, to be honest. But I think these three guys were crazy. They shown why they deserve to win Formula One. We'll never see this much of a combined talent, combined rookie talent going into it. That is actually impressive, quite impressive to be honest. Isaac Hedger for me is a quite underrated driver to be honest. I mean, he is one of the best rookies on the grid. Look at that, he managed to get a podium. That is crazy, right? Also, that qualifying in
yes,
Zandvoort was massive, massive, insane, incredible driver, incredible.
yes. The 2025 rookie grid was just like exceptional. They
Yeah, because
like one of the
Bortoleto,
best picks that has ever been.
Antonelli, they
Yes,
they all like really did a good. So many driver changes. Who thought Lewis will be driving for Ferrari? No one, like no one. Carlos Sainz
no
in
one.
Williams. Who thought
In
that?
Williams,
Yeah.
who thought Williams, that is the worst team for like 4 or 5 seasons prior, would get a driver caliber of size, right? So that is that.
I'm forgetting
Uh,
about Behrman. Oliver Behrman also has bringing Haas's equal best result of P4. Wow, amazing, right?
yes,
P4 in a Haas. Wow.
yes.
Only great Roman Grosjean can do that.
He can do a lot of other things too on the grid, right? So like,
That's
yeah.
crazy. That's
So for me, the V carb is still what is V carb using? It is using
it is a Red Bull,
Red Bull
Red Bull
powertrains,
train,
that
yeah,
is
Red Bull
Ford engines.
powertrain. Yes, yes.
So I guess they will do great. So I will give them a P6.
I'll also do a P6 because they were really quick and I think pretty underrated also. Like the way they are uh, improving the car and I think they would be a good team to beat. To be honest, I mean 2024, 2025 they were pretty good actually. So next team, let's go to Williams maybe. Let's
What
go.
did you? What
Mhm.
did you score it? What did
P6.
you predict
I
it?
also said P6.
Yes.
So we
Okay,
both,
so I guess I'm missing a team. What team am I missing? Mercedes, Red Bull, Ferrari, Aston, Williams, Haas, Alpine, Audi, Cadillac, VCAR. What team am I missing? There are 10 teams right now.
Ferrari,
No,
Ferrari,
Ferrari is there.
Haas, Williams. Okay, let me say Cadillac,
Uh,
Audi, Williams, Racing Bull,
yes, yes,
Haas,
yes,
Alpine, Aston
yes.
Martin,
Alpine.
Mercedes,
Yes.
Red Bull, Ferrari, McLaren.
Oh, McLaren. I'm missing McLaren.
Oh my god.
Stupid. Yes. So what next? I guess we should
Start
do the
with
team we were talking a lot about.
the
Aston
Red Bull.
Martin.
Oh no, no, okay. I mean, we can discover the Red Bull. I think so because we just came coming from the because both the teams are related, right? Racing Bull and Red Bull. So maybe let's talk about Red
Yeah.
Bull, right?
So let's do a top tier team.
Top tier team. Let's go Red Bull.
Yes.
So
So for me, Red Bull has Isaac Hazard and Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen, I do not have to comment on him on how good of a driver he is, and also Isaac Hazard. So I will just straight get to like ranking them with the
yeah,
Ford engines. Maybe a little bit of reliability issues because Ford returning after so long. Probably for me it will be a P3.
I think it's P2 for me because I think Isaac Hazard would be a good driver, but would not manage to be that consistent and consistently challenging for the win. So for me, I'll put Red Bull P2. And also the fact that Lauren Makeys is in the team dynamic has changed. They have kicked out, and I not say that, but Helmut Marko was like kind of weird. I know. When Isaac has a crash, he just said like stop crying. So it's kind of crazy. So
Yeah,
uh,
so he
he's
is
the
that old kind of guy who just like his processes are old, so it could have worked in the previous generations.
but
And
not
I
now.
guess
Yeah,
Helmut's only good pick in driver was Max Verstappen. That is no doubt. But in the new generation, you can't, like force a driver to be good, right?
I
You have
think
to give them time.
the drivers they actually choose were actually good. Look, Pierre Gasly is as a good driver, but he failed in Red Bull. Albon is
Yes,
not a bad driver. He also failed in Red Bull. Sergio Perez brought stability in the team, but later on he also failed. So what do you think is wrong? I don't think it's solely uh, wrong with the drivers. There's something is going on with the second car. So his old
yes,
methods needed to be changed, and it's not gonna work. Like that Mark Webber and Vettel era brought stability in the team, and also when Max Verstappen and Daniel Ricciardo also were pretty much stable. But I think newer approaches and newer way of running the team was needed in this new generation with the newer talent. So I think the decision is going good. I think Red Bull would be P2, and you said P3 Red Bull would be. I think
yes.
Isaac Hazard would do good. Maybe not winning straight away, but couple of podiums maybe I think so would be good enough. I think so.
You are saying Red Bull will be ending P2, and I
P2?
think there is a good chance Red Bull ends P2 because of the engine thing that we said.
Hmm.
But again, with that, how reliable will be the engine?
Yes, for sure. New engine, so would be a doubtful thing in terms of reliability. Also in terms of power, maybe sometimes. I mean, could be a power delivery
Yes,
issue also. Car can be slow, but we can
yes.
hope the best.
So,
We can hope the best.
and so we have done one, two, three, five teams, and
Yes,
we
five
have
teams.
big names that is McLaren, Aston Martin, Ferrari, Mercedes, and Williams remaining. And for that, we are going to be doing another video because it's already too long, and you
Yes.
guys will have to enjoy. We will, and you guys will enjoy this video. I hope you do, and we will see you in the next one. So goodbye from me, and
Also,
goodbye.
thank you for calling me. Also, it's a goodbye for me. So, like my outro. Hope you guys like it, and bye.